vulnerability in the twin flame dynamic, from wound to true strength, how the vulnerability shapes your behavior and state of being on this journey. If you feel like your vulnerability has been always used against you, if you feel like you opened up, you opened your heart, you you said your truth, you showed your softness, and instead of being held, you were met with silence, then just stay with me for a moment. This video is just for you. You don't need to understand anything right now. Just listen. Even if you want, you can just close your eyes, although the background is very nice. So there is something tender in this journey, because we are told that vulnerability is strength, and we always have to show that. And then we learn that this opening our heart will create connection. And yes, this is true. It creates connection, but it's dangerous when it's not held, this vulnerability. Let me say this very gently, a bit differently. When you share your vulnerability without holding yourself first inside, giving yourself this possibility to strengthen yourself first inside, then it can feel that you give everything from yourself, you're giving the pieces from yourself away. And not because vulnerability is wrong, but because it's not anchored in you. So you are not in your strength, if you understand what I mean. And if you think that if I open up, if I give more, if I love more, if I'm more softer, if I'm more understanding, then my twin flame and others will meet me there. They will open up. He will finally see me. He will finally validate me. And when that doesn't happen, when there is a complete silence and distance and no reaction at all, then we feel rejected and like something is wrong within us. But just pause here for a moment and look inside. What if that silence is not a rejection? What if this silence is basically a space for you? A space that brings you back to yourself, that you can think about it. Why do I do this at all? Because in this dynamic, when the other person doesn't come to complete you, validate you, and not even others, then it reflects, the dynamic reflects you exactly, your behavior and your patterns, what you have to work on. Because it reflects how you work, how you look outside and wait for validation from outside instead of validating yourself from inside. And I know this because I tried everything, being soft, being understanding, being so nice, patient, even distant, explaining, waiting, giving or pushing, then pulling back, manipulating, and nothing really changed. And at some point, very quietly, something shifted in me after years, not outside, but inside. And I started to see my pattern. I started to see my vulnerability, that it is not really the strength, but sometimes it is just a hope. It is a hope to be chosen, to be held, to be seen, to be heard by others. And that's a very human place. I understand you if you are in this situation, but it's not where your power is. And that's the key. The true vulnerability feels completely different. It's much quieter. It's when you can feel everything, but you don't push, you don't pull, you don't lose yourself in your vulnerability. You can stay open, but you still pull your boundaries. You still stay grounded. You don't close your heart. You understand the situation or the others outside, but you also understand yourself and have your healthy boundaries, still with open hearts. Nothing changes outside, but because you start holding yourself, you don't need other people, and not even your divine masculine, to do it for you. And from that place, everything becomes different, calmer. It changes. It's more stable because the silence doesn't feel the same anymore. It doesn't feel uncertainty, it doesn't feel inconsistency. It just becomes space where you can anchor your strength in you. And slowly you stop asking why he is not holding me, why do others don't see my values, blah, blah, blah. And you start feeling that I can hold myself no matter what. And I don't give an F. I don't react. I don't care what they think about me. I don't force them to hold me because I'm responsible for my feelings, for my behavior, for my stability. And you don't have to rush with this. It's a process. So you need time, maybe weeks, months, years, because this journey is about you. And I'm here with you in this space. And if you feel that you need support, you just go for it. Manifest that person who you think you resonate with. And just let yourself into the process. Commit to yourself. Commit to your process. Commit to stabilize yourself in you. To be able to stay with open heart and with healthy boundaries. So trust your intuition. You will know exactly what you need to do when the time is right. Just go inside. Ciao.